There comes a moment in every generation when something emerges that makes everything before it feel incomplete, not outdated, not irrelevant, just unfinished. The 2026 Mercedes-AMG Maybach GLS 800 Black Edition is that moment. This isn't a new model. This isn't a facelift. This is the conclusion to a debate luxury SUVs have been having for the past decade. A debate about what power, prestige, and perfection actually mean when they exist not for cameras, but for legacy. Because this machine doesn't arrive, it manifests, and once you've seen it, every other SUV becomes a footnote. Stand 10 feet away and you'll notice something unsettling. It doesn't reflect the world around it. It consumes it. The matte black finish, a layered, hand-applied obsidian coating, doesn't catch light. It captures it, bends it, and releases it in waves. This surface looks alive, like the hull of a stealth ship moving through fog. The front fascia is a study in restraint and menace. The grille, vertical dark chrome bars, rises like the entrance to a cathedral, not welcoming, but commanding. The Maybach emblem sits centered, almost floating, as if held in place by sheer authority rather than bolts. The headlights are narrow, sharp, almost reptilian. They don't illuminate roads, they measure them. This SUV is nearly 17 feet long. It weighs close to 3 tons, and yet it sits on 23-inch forged wheels like a panther mid-crouch. The fenders flare outward, not aggressively, but assertively, like shoulders squared before a duel. The roofline doesn't slope for aerodynamics. It tapers for drama. The rear haunches taper into a squared-off rear that feels more like the stern of a yacht than the back of an SUV. Walk around it. Every angle reveals a new tension. The way the door handles sit flush with the body. The way the side mirrors are sculpted like wings folded at rest. The way the quad exhaust tips, polished black chrome, sit recessed into the carbon fiber diffuser, barely visible but always felt. This isn't designed for applause. This is designed for silence. Mercedes Black Series signature shows itself in every detail. Carbon fiber splitter, not just for looks, for real aerodynamic function. The underbody clad in matte black aluminum panels, like armor. The rear spoiler subtly raised, almost imperceptible, but generating a full 187 pounds of downforce above 125 miles per hour. Open the door, the soft thud of German engineering ceiling behind you, and you enter a space that redefines what an interior can be. The first thing you notice isn't the materials, it's the quiet. Not silence, quiet. The kind that comes from acoustic glass, triple sealed doors, and foam insulation so advanced it was borrowed from recording studios. The outside world doesn't fade, it ceases to exist. The seats aren't leather, they're Nappa leather, diamond quilted with heating, cooling, and massage functions so precise they feel like they're reading your spine. The rear seats, reclining thrones that adjust in 18 different ways, every position optimized for human anatomy. The dashboard features 3 OLED screens, a total of 30 inches, serving you without information overload. Every menu, every touch feels not like engineering, but choreography. The steering wheel, a combination of Nappa leather and carbon fiber, features touch controls so sensitive they almost feel thought activated. The center console is equipped with handwriting recognition technology. Write a navigation address with your finger, the system understands. Ambient lighting programmable in 64 colors. Modes designed not for emperors, but for gods. Transforms the cabin into a cocoon of light and calm. Maybach's special executive mode bathes the cabin in crimson amber tones. Dynamic mode favors glacier blue and silver tones. The sound system isn't just audio, it's architecture for the ears. Burmester high-end 4D surround sound, 27 speakers, 1,750 watts, produces symphonies. You feel violins caress your chest, bass kiss your ribcage. The panoramic roof reminds you that while the world outside might be chaotic, you exist in an untouchable sphere of serenity. Between the rear seats, folding tables, wireless charging, tablet holders, even a temperature-controlled beverage compartment, here you don't work, you reign. Here's the truth, this isn't just a design exercise. This is an 800 horsepower beast wrapped in velvet. The engine is a 4.0-liter V8 twin turbo, AMG's most aggressive unit. 2 turbochargers placed right inside the engine block. Hot V configuration. The result? 0 turbo lag, instant response. 800 horsepower, 738 pound-feet of torque. These numbers make sense, not for an SUV, but for a supercar. But here, even the tone makes it clear. Not not aggression, but authority. The engine note is deep and resonant, restrained but capable of erupting with a surge of power, a sound that makes the road bow before it. Thanks to Mercedes' active exhaust system, it drops to a whisper when you want, becomes thunder when you need. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 3.8 seconds. For an SUV, this number defies physics, but the Black Edition does it. And while doing it, it doesn't pin you to the seat, it envelops you. Press the pedal and the horizon bends toward you, as if it has no choice. The 9-speed automatic transmission, AMG Speed Shift TCT, shifts each gear so smoothly you don't notice. The only difference, rising speedometer and shrinking distance. Top speed, 155 miles per hour, electronically limited, but Mercedes says with an additional package it can reach 174 miles per hour. For an SUV, for a 3-ton SUV, AMG Ride Control plus air suspension doesn't read road imperfections, it predicts them. The camera system detects potholes 50 feet ahead. The suspension pre-adjusts itself. Before every bump, every curve, the system adjusts itself. The result? The sensation of traveling on a cloud. Thanks to the 48-volt electrical system and active anti-roll bars, this 3-ton SUV leans into corners like a sports sedan, but never compromises comfort. The brake system, carbon ceramic discs, AMG signature, stops this mass from 60 to 0 in 115 feet, but you don't feel it, because everything is so smooth, so controlled, it's as if the laws of physics were rewritten for this vehicle. Inside this cabin, level 5 autonomous driving technology operates, but it doesn't impose itself on you. Distronic Plus, adaptive cruise control responds within seconds in traffic. The car ahead slows, you slow. It accelerates, you accelerate, but never breaking the safety distance. Active lane keeping, reads the road, anticipates curves, gently adjusts the steering. Don't remove your hands from the wheel. The system never takes complete control. It just assists. Active brake. Assist, detects pedestrians, cyclists, even animals. If there's a collision risk, it warns you first. If you don't respond, it brakes itself. Night vision camera. Infrared camera detects pedestrians 650 feet away in darkness. Thermal image appears on the dashboard. Night driving is now the safest time of day. 12 ultrasonic sensors, 4 cameras, 5 radar modules. The Mercedes GLS 800 sees everything around it. When parking, a bird's eye view appears on screen. But not just camera footage, augmented reality, virtual lines show distances, obstacles are marked in red. MBUX system, now 3rd generation, doesn't talk to you, it listens to you. Hey Mercedes, find the nearest charging station, put the rear seats in massage mode, set the cabin to 72 degrees, change the ambient light to red. The system understands everything, remembers everything, even how you prefer your coffee. Artificial intelligence learns your driving habits. Do you go to work at the same time every morning? The system prepares the route before you reach the door, checks traffic conditions. Mercedes-Benz has led the automotive industry since 1886. Since Carl Benz's first motorized vehicle, the brand has never been a follower, always a pioneer. The Maybach name carries a different legacy. Wilhelm Maybach was called the King of Engines. In the early 1900s, he designed the world's most powerful, most refined engines. The GLS 800 Black Edition is the fusion of these two legacies. Mercedes' engineering excellence, Maybach's craftsmanship artistry, AMG's competitive spirit. Black Series is Mercedes-AMG's most extreme version. Not just performance, obsession. Every Black Series model is limited production, each one a treasure collector's chase. The GLS 800 Black Edition carries this legacy into the SUV world. For the first time, an SUV bears the Black Series title, and it deserves it. In a world filled with cars constantly screaming for attention, faster, flashier, the Maybach GLS 800 Black Edition reminds us that true power doesn't need to shout. It's not about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the one everyone falls silent for when you arrive. This vehicle isn't for everyone. It never will be. This is for people who don't need to prove their success. For those already at the summit. This is for those seeking not travel but arrival, not attention but respect. Because the GLS 800 Black Edition shows where luxury SUVs are heading in the future. Electric motors will come. Autonomous driving will increase, but these technologies will never change the experience. People will always seek power, prestige, and perfection, and Mercedes will always provide them, but on its own terms. The 2026 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 Black Edition is more than a vehicle. It's an era-defining statement, one of those rare machines that will be remembered not just as a model year, but as a cultural artifact. The matte black paint, the unique design language, the interior that redefines luxury, performance wrapped in velvet. All of this makes this SUV not just the pinnacle of automotive engineering, but a mirror held up to the very idea of power. With the GLS 800 Black Edition, Mercedes has sent a sovereign to the road, and the world will never look at SUVs the same way again, because this vehicle doesn't transport you from one place to another. It transports you to the league of people who make history.